Yeah, well, Mark, you can still see that there's quite a bit of smoke right here. You can see a helicopter right there, some aerial crews right now looking to combat the fire. We do know that the smoke plume kind of furthest from the distance right there, that's pretty close to kind of in the general vicinity of Spokane Community College. Right now, there are crews out here with the Department of Natural Resources as well as Fire District 10 and the City of Spokane Fire. We saw the Fire Chief, Julio Berg, just a couple of minutes ago, and actually we can see her off in the distance over there. Crews are still out here combating the fires. We're definitely dealing with those warmer temperatures, those high winds, definitely warm out here, and the smoke is definitely coming through. You can see the wind is pushing that smoke away. You can probably hear off in the distance a helicopter, like I said earlier, some aerial crews right here. There's actually 3 different plumes of smoke, 3 separate fires. 4 total. Another fire was put out just earlier this afternoon, but there's 4 fires total that fire crews are responding to at this area right here. We're still waiting to get a little bit more information as far as everything going on here, but we did get confirmed with Justin DeRuyter with Spokane Fire that these are arson at this hour that they're looking into right now. But there's 3 different plumes of smoke here at the moment. Furthest off in the distance, there is an apartment complex near there. There are some evacuations, level 3 evacuations issued for this area right here. It's a go now evacuation order, so people are being encouraged to leave and stay safe while crews are out here getting rid of and tackling these fires right here. Okay, I'll stay in then. Yeah, well, Mark, it is definitely a scene here. You can see behind me, there's a couple of different plumes of smoke. There's 3 going right now. Way off in the distance, you can see some aerial crews out there. You can see a helicopter combating the fire. There's also ground crews as well with Washington DNR, City of Spokane Fire, and Spokane Fire District 10. We actually just saw Chief Julio Berg with the City of Spokane Fire here on scene right here. Now, with those evacuations going, people are being told to leave this area right here. Crews are still out here combating the fire. We got word that it's just about 4 acres so far, but obviously the different terrain, different looks over here. Still a lot of information that we're gathering at this time, some new information as far as overall the smoke here. It's definitely gone down a little bit in just the last half hour or so, but you can still see it's still significant right there. It's still going. The winds just in the last few minutes or so have died down a little bit, but again, that can always change here in just a matter of a few minutes or so. But you can see that helicopter right there, that aerial crew, probably hear them too, just over these plumes of smoke way off in the distance near the area of the Spokane Falls Community College is where that 4th fire way off in the distance is at. And there is, I was told by Justin DeRuyter with Spokane Fire, there is an apartment complex near that area. And of course, folks are being told to evacuate that area at this hour. Crews still out here, still some active smoke going. We're still looking here as to how things are going to be looking down the line here, but looks like smoke is getting significantly less, but it is still significant overall.
We've got somebody setting fires out. As you can see, winds are picking up. That's been a factor. These aren't the big ones that are forecasted to come, so hopefully we can get this thing done before those hit. But yeah, what we know now, we've got 4 fires. One's pretty much extinguished, but you can still see the other 3 here. Had kind of 3 fires start down below on the trail, off Centennial Trail. As we were fighting these ones down below, the one up on top started. So that's the one you see, kind of the smoke behind us there. That's the one that's got mainly got the apartments up there threatened right now. So
apartments, you said?
Yeah. There are some evacuations in place. You'll have to get to DM, go through County Spokane DM on that, because I'll end up messing that up. So that'll have the current evacuation status. So.
Okay. Roughly how many acres we're talking?
It's hard to say. It's kind of spread out. It's that field in there is kind of grass. It's a lot of that timber understory. We haven't had a lot of torching out of that yet. Just some kind of single tree stuff, but fortunately, it's staying out of that timber that's down in there. The big concern now is just keeping these things the size they are and keeping them from jumping any of these roads or the river. So this is the fire that we've been talking about, saying, hey, the big threat to the city is going to be this. It's going to be a fire over on the other side of the river coming down, off the bluff, or even like the one we had Sunday night. Getting these winds pick up, embers coming into this side, getting in these neighborhoods and running. So currently, I think we're feeling hopeful. We're going to keep these the size they're at this point. We've got quite a few. This is a second alarm fire now, so we've got quite a few city resources. We've got District 10 here. We've got DNR here. I'm sure there's some other fire districts too. I just don't have those right now. But certainly this is one of those where we ask for help and our partners come help us out.
At this point, you're thinking arson?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
and
Yep.
have you guys found a suspect yet?
That you'll have to talk to SPD. They'll be kind of managing all that suspect kind of stuff. So
You said definitely arson.
definitely, yeah.
And
Yep.
approximately how far apart were these fires ignited, like in time-wise? Because it can't be that.
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, the 3 were off the Centennial Trail there, right down below. So not sure if they're on foot or on bike, but all within, probably a few minutes of each other. All 3 were pretty well established by the time we got here. We were here within 7 minutes or so.
So that third one back there by the apartment complex?
That's the 4th one. 3 down below. You can't see this. They got there was one kind of right down in here. It's out now. So
okay.
That was the first 3. As we were fighting these 3, the 4th one started up on the hill. About 20 minutes into the fire.
That's the concern right now.
That's the biggest concern right now. Yep.
Okay. But where was the fire from Sunday? Was it further up that way?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, how far? Maybe, I don't know, that's maybe a mile. It's not too far. Yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say, do you happen to know the name of the apartment complex?
I don't.
What kind of air support are you getting?
Don't know what's showing up yet. I haven't heard. I know.
Is it from DNR who's doing
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, that's who will coordinate. I don't know if it's DNR ships or their contract stuff, but yeah, probably helicopter would be. This is a helicopter fire.
Sure. Got it. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Any other than DNR and at Spokane Fire? Are there any other agencies coming in to support right now?
Well, I mean, I know we got District 10 here. Let's see. Let me figure that out real quick. Let's see. So it looks like just DNR, District 10, and Spokane City this time.
Okay. You guys good? I think so, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no injuries I know of, not anything like that. We can talk fire prep or anything. I mean, I've been saying it over and over. You guys are probably tired of hearing
right.
it. But.
We've been doing it all week long. So.
Yeah. So you just heard from Justin DeRuyter with Spokane Fire giving a bit of an update as far as how things are looking here. That was just a few minutes ago or so with him telling this information. As far as we know, all of what he's saying is pretty much accurate to what they're experiencing right now, but you can see that the smoke is dying off little by little, but it's still significant here, and that goes for all three plumes of smoke that you can see across this area here all around. And like he was saying, the farthest plume of smoke down that way is near the Spokane Falls Community College area, and that's also near an apartment complex, like he was saying, just trying to make sure that people are aware. You can see crews out there right now, just making sure that the area is contained, that all different plumes of smoke are contained at this hour. Crews are still out here working with DNR, Fire District 10, the City of Spokane Fire, and right now still have a little bit of limited information right here, but we're on here right now and we're seeing currently that the plumes of smoke are dropping in their size little by little, but still significant. Those evacuations are still obviously in effect right now. We'll continue following this and we'll provide you as much information with what we know as we know it. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News. That's 100% accurate, Mark. It is the one closest to, like you said, Spokane Falls Community College, as well as an apartment complex. That's the one that they're most concerned about at this hour. He had mentioned earlier in that press conference that there is an apartment complex near there that he said that he and many other fire crews are concerned about. So they're working definitely extremely on trying to contain that fire right there. That's the one they're most concerned about at this hour, with the threat of hitting some structures as well. He, like he said in the presser, looking to make sure that everything is contained. He said he's optimistic, making sure that the size roughly stays the same. They've got ground crews and aerial crews on scene right here. We'll continue following this as we get more information. But that fire furthest out from where our vantage point is right there, furthest out, that plume of smoke, that is the one that they're most concerned about as far as the ability to hit some structures. I'm assuming 4:45, but...
It sounds like they're having Christian and Roger go up at 4:45.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna try to see if I can find somebody to call here. Just for a moment. See if I can get somebody else to call. Hey, Sergeant Foley, this is Connor with KREM 2. Just wanted to reach out. I have a couple of questions that I was hoping I could ask you. If you want to give me a call back, it's 509-743-8539. Thanks. made a couple calls in, trying to see, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff if SPD's involved. Like, I'd like to know. Left a voicemail. Yeah.
Dialed back in. Are you dialed back
I'm about to, sorry. I think we're still good for a little bit, but yeah, just for safety. I'm in. still dialing. I'm just gonna take a seat for a second. Gotcha. All right. Thanks for checking, man.
Start at this hour with some breaking news of a fire or multiple fires burning in northwest Spokane. And right now, this is a shot overlooking Spokane. You might see that smoke coming up in the distance. Several brush fires started in the last hour, again near northwest Spokane, near West Elliott Drive, not far from TJ Meenach Bridge. Spokane Fire says they're responding with a high level of resources, with other agencies responding to help as well. Tonight, we have team coverage of this incident as we are tracking, again, intentionally set fires tonight. KREM 2 News has the latest from the fire response to the evacuation plan. We have our KREM 2's Connor McAvoy. He was at a press conference just about an hour ago and at that fire. He's now reporting live from the fire lines. Connor?
Yeah, Mark, that's exactly right. I got to speak with Justin DeRider with Spokane Fire just about an hour ago. You can see that there's still plenty of smoke on 3 different areas here, just overlooking this area, just different plumes of smoke all around. You can see a helicopter right over there. Some aerial crews have been going around dropping water on the ground here, trying to combat these fires. It's 4 fires total that started today. You don't see a 4th plume of smoke because that first fire was put out. And even just looking out right now, you can see that the smoke has gone down considerably, at least in that first plume of smoke I can see in my eye line just right there. The furthest plume of smoke is off in the area near Spokane Falls Community College. That is also, according to Justin DeRider with Spokane Fire, near an apartment complex. And those evacuations, of course, still in place, still in effect for this area near the TJ Meenach Bridge. And crews are still out here. They've been out here for last hour or so, just combating these fires right here. Different areas. The helicopter's been circling around these different areas here, dropping water. Like I said, we got ground crews as well with DNR, City of Spokane Fire, as well as Spokane County Fire District 10. We got to hear more from Justin DeRider with Spokane Fire about these fires earlier today. You're going to hear from him right now.
The big concern now is just keeping these things the size they are and keeping them from jumping any of these roads or the river. So this is the fire that we've been talking about, saying, hey, the big threat to the city is going to be this. It's going to be a fire over on the other side of the river coming down, off the bluff, or even like the one we had Sunday night. Getting these winds pick up, embers coming into this side.
Yeah, and you can see that the smoke has gone down a little bit, but obviously still significant right here. Again, these 3 different plumes of smoke. You just heard Justin DeRider with Spokane Fire say this is what fire crews have been warning about for the last several weeks as we get into, and of course are now in fire season. Just looking out, and now that we know that all of these, according to Justin DeRider, were arson. Crews are still out here combating these fires. Those evacuations are still in place. It is warm. It is windy. The winds have been dying off a little bit, but they keep coming and going as far as their speed, and of course that can contribute. But it looks like that smoke has gone down a little bit in this first little plume of smoke right here. Of course, we'll be out here continuing to bring you updates as we get more information. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Hey, Connor, before I let you go, I just want to confirm some stuff that Justin DeRider with Spokane Fire said earlier in the press conference. He said that there were 3 fires set along the Centennial Trail pretty quickly, and then a 4th fire up near Spokane Falls Community College about 20 minutes later. Is that what he said today in the press conference?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mark. That's as far as what we can tell, those first 3 fires were pretty close to each other, within just a few minutes apart of them going off, according to DeRider. That 4th fire came just a little bit later, like you said, near Spokane Falls Community College. That fire specifically is the fire that crews are concerned over, given that it is near that area. It's near an apartment complex. They're worried as far as getting people out of that area, getting them to a safe location at this hour right here, right now.
Connor McAvoy, thank you. Here's a look at that evacuation zone right now. The level 3 leave now evacuations in place. This is the area surrounding Spokane Falls Community College. We also heard from Spokane Fire, according to a Facebook post on their page, that anyone in that area who does not have a car or transportation, they'll now be bused to the West Central Community Center in the meantime as they try to get a handle on this fire. All right, we continue our team coverage tonight with KREM 2's Christian Garza. He's at a different vantage point, and he joins us live now with what he's seeing from where he's at. Christian?
Yeah, Mark, we are here at the Life Center Church parking lot, and we have a clear vantage point of right inside the level 3 evacuation site. I'm going to actually step off screen so you can see what I'm seeing right here. Now, getting over here on Government Way, there was a huge line of cars of people just leaving the area. This is, of course, the level 3 evacuation zone. And there are a lot of areas, like Connor was mentioning, that are blocked off. And now, as they get people out of the area, they are not letting people inside of this area either as well. Now, looking right here into this evacuation zone, there has been one helicopter that has kind of been dropping water since we got here. Now, we arrived on scene at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and they have done it well over 20 times at this point. Now, the wind has picked up here, honestly, since the newscast just started. There's been a lot of wind. I'm sure you can hear it in my microphone right now. But that is kind of what crews are dealing with here on this hillside right now. Now, the surrounding areas here are a lot of dry brush. I'm not too sure if you can see it there on that cliff where there's a bunch of charred land right there. Now, there's about also 2 plumes of smoke that I can see from my vantage point right here. There's on top of the hillside, and then there's one directly below the hillside, or on the bottom of the hillside rather, and that is where the helicopter seems to be using all of its water resources, just kind of hitting this area below the hillside, underneath everything, just over and over and over again. Now, there are a lot of the smoke itself has dissipated since I have got here at 4 o'clock. I will say there is a lot less smoke in the area, but it is still very, you could still see it. It is still prominent here in that area as we look into the evacuation zones as well. There's crews on top of the hillside spraying water down the hillside. And of course, like I mentioned, there is that helicopter as well. But right now they're kind of focusing on the bottom of the hillside as we're looking here into this evacuation zone. Like Connor mentioned, there is a level 3 evacuation zone as of right now. And we know that all of these fires that you are seeing right now were intentionally set. But that is kind of all I have for you right now. We are going to continue to monitor this situation, and we'll bring you the very latest when we have it. Back to you in the studio, Mark.
All right, Christian Garza live tonight. Christian, thank you very much. All right, we want to bring in KREM 2's chief meteorologist, Jeremy DeGoo, to talk about fire conditions right now. Jeremy, we know it's been hot. We know it's been dry. Let's talk about the wind today and what we can expect with the wind. How long it sticks around for? How strong will it be?
Yeah, I would say trust both Connor and Christian. At times, the wind is going to ease, but I'd say the next 2 hours are when we are going to see our strongest wind gusts of the entire day. Wind sustained out of the southwest at 15 miles per hour is gusting to about 25 to 28 miles per hour. That is very strong. That is exactly what we don't want to see when our temperatures are in the mid-90s and our relative humidity sits down at 12%. It is hot, dry, and windy. Those fires are burning right next to most of the north side of town. Crews have gotten a good jump on them, but in these situations, it is imperative that we get a good jump on them. Otherwise, those fires can grow and spread rapidly. That's why those red flag warnings are so incredibly dangerous. Wind stays strong. Looks like it stays strong even after the sun goes down. Takes a little while for it to die down tonight. But what I would say is when you're around 9-10 p.m., it'll be more wind gusts followed by a stretch of calm. Tomorrow, though, wind comes back in a big way. We sit pretty close to mid-90s or 100 degrees right now, and tomorrow winds up every bit as warm with even stronger wind. Today, our wind gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts might not sound much stronger, but it is a completely different beast when it comes to battling some of those fires. That's why we're under that KREM 2 weather impact alert for another day. It is going to stay hot, dry, and windy across the entire Northwest. For us, 88 degrees is a little bit cooler than today, but that 6-degree drop in temps does come with a stronger wind. I think tomorrow brings about a greater fire threat than today. Even as we cool down later this week, we stay hot and dry with temperatures in the 80s and nothing but sunshine in the forecast.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy will check back in with you later in the broadcast. Well, there is another fire that we're tracking in the Northwest tonight. Stevens County Emergency Management reports that several hundred acres of land have burned near Northport. An emergency shelter has opened at Kettle Falls Middle School as level 2 and 3 evacuations are now in place. KREM 2's Cody Proctor has the very latest on that fire. Cody?
Mark, that fire is now being called the Hope Fire. And right now, as you mentioned, it is burning in Stevens County. So here's what we know at this hour. That fire is now state DNR to be 1,000 acres. I just got that update from Ryan Roderick within the last 25 minutes. Now, they are sending a lot of aircraft to that fire. That's according to Roderick, as well as ground crews. He also says a Type 3 incident management team's taking over this afternoon. These are some photos that we got from a viewer showing just how high and tall that smoke is right there for this fire. Authorities right now are asking people to please stay out of the area and off of the roads as crews head in to respond. Stevens County Emergency Management also reported earlier this afternoon they're saying that Northport Flat Creek Road will be closed to give those emergency responders room to work. Now, as you mentioned, an evacuation shelter is now open at Kettle Falls Middle School. That address, if you need to get to it, is 105 West 11th Avenue in Kettle Falls. They are recommending people who need a place to go after evacuating to bring prescription medication, extra clothing, pillows, blankets, as well as hygiene supplies and any comfort items for members of your household. Additionally, special items for children and infants, such as diapers, formulas, and toys, should be brought along, as well as with any other items for family members who may have other needs. Again, there are now level 2 and level 3 evacuations in that area. An evacuation shelter has been set up at Kettle Falls Middle School if you need a place to go. We're continuing to follow this fire, and we'll bring you the latest throughout our newscast tonight and online on KREM.com. Reporting in the newsroom, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
All right, Cody, thank you very much. Well, following our critical fire weather that we have right now, several agencies around the inland Northwest are preparing for wildfires. KREM 2's Regan Gallo spoke with those agencies responding to fires, and tonight they weigh in on the warnings. Regan?
Well, first responders and officials are on high defense as the National Weather Service predicts wind gusts anywhere from 25 to 40 miles per hour through Wednesday, causing high fire risk and red flag warnings.
Summertime in Spokane brings the perfect storm of heat and wind, creating ideal conditions for wildfires.
Embers in a wildfire wind-driven event can travel up to a mile.
Which is why fire officials across the inland Northwest are urging community members to make smart choices and follow all burn restrictions.
90% of the fires in the state of Washington are human caused.
The Department of Natural Resources states high winds can create catastrophic wildfires stemming from small starts.
Hot enough and dry enough that you'll have some fires start. Well, if we can't address them by the time a 35-mile-an-hour wind hits them, they have the potential to turn into a catastrophic wildfire.
For Spokane County, the county's emergency management team wants community members to be ready for the unexpected.
They assume they will get a level 1 get ready evacuation alert, but they may not. If it's a fast-moving fire or a very hot fire, it may not be fast-moving, but it's very hot, they may get a level 3 leave now evacuation, and that's it. They may not get the other evacuation notices.
Spokane County also urges people to sign up for Alert Spokane to receive emergency notifications as soon as warnings are issued.
So we would like the community to know is be ready for whatever notification you get and take it seriously and act on it.
With several burn restrictions in place across eastern Washington, backyard fires, campfires, burning fields, or burning yard waste are all prohibited. Burn restrictions for the city of Spokane can be found on KREM.com. Reporting in studio, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Information there, Regan. Thank you very much. Meantime, the Canfield...
You are a lifesaver.
There you go.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you need to fill up, I can.
Oh,
that side.
good.
Fair enough.
Peace.
Hey. All right. Calling back in. Mic is going to be turned on. Haven't heard.
burning up near Northport tonight. That one seems quite large, about 1,000 acres in size. What's the latest on that fire?
As of right now, we actually have that fire pegged just above 2,000 acres. It did have a very high rate of spread, burning up into the timber. It's an extremely rugged and dry country up there. We've devoted a significant amount of resources to this fire, including heavy air assets, a significant amount of ground crews, and we have a specialized incident management team that is inbound for that fire that will bring even more resources to bear. My goodness, 2,000 acres, from 600 acres to 2,000 within the last hour. That certainly seems significant. We know in that scenario up there, the Kettle Falls Middle School is serving as an evacuation center. I know this one just started. Do you guys have any idea on how it started, and are there structures being threatened right now up there in Stevens County? The cause on this fire is still under investigation, but there are evacuation orders in place. The Stevens County Sheriff's Department is the best resource to make sure that you're following those evacuation orders and getting evacuated safely, not only, again, for your safety, but so our firefighters can get in there, protect those structures, and help address this fire. We know we are this is our last question. I appreciate your time, Ryan. I know we're in the thick of wildfire season right now. How is DNR and the state of Washington doing in terms of resources? Are we still good with resources? Are we being stretched thin, or where does that stand right now? Right now, at this point in the season, we are doing extremely good on resources and are bringing a significant amount of resources to bear on these fires. We're fully staffed. We're ready to address those fires that happen in the state, both with crews on the ground and with significant air resources. This early in the season, we're able to put a significant amount of those resources on this. All right, Ryan Rodruck with DNR. Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you very much. All right, we want to move on now and talk with KREM 2's Amanda Rowley. She is live at the evacuation center for the fire burning near the TJ Meenach Bridge. She is joining us right now with the latest on the situation there. Amanda?
Yeah, Mark, I am right outside the West Central Community Center. This is where Spokane police have told residents who needed to evacuate because of this fire to come to. It's a safe place. I'm joined by the director of the community center. Kim, we are hearing reports that evacuations have been lifted at this point, but we've already seen several families already here. Talk us through if folks are on their way, still getting here, still at this point, what can they expect from this center here?
Well, we are emergency shelter, and we have been partnering with the city and the Red Cross for many, many years. So we're just ready to go as soon as we get word from the city or the police or whatever, and staff is on board, ready to go. We allow dogs, we allow cats, pets, kids. We welcome everybody in here. What they can expect is a nice, cool place to rest and get water, and we're hoping that we'll have some food here for those that are going to be stuck here for a while.
We have Catholic Charities working on bringing in some food and water and snacks as well. It is cool inside. We just popped inside. It is AC inside. Can you kind of speak to the quick response that you guys had working with the city to be ready for folks who needed to come and use your center?
Well, this was just a surprise for us, but because word travels so quickly and people let us know via text or the watch duty, so we were prepared for something because it's so close to our center right off Doomsday Hill.
Again, keeping an eye on those evacuations as the fire is being fought right now. Is there any other message that you'd like to get out to folks who may still be on their way or maybe here for a little bit longer before they head home?
Just stay, be comfortable, keep your pets water and fed, and it's too hot to be outside, just come inside. We welcome you.
Thank you so much, Kim. Mark, we'll send it back to you.
All right, stick with us here on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. After the break, we'll have your full forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legault.